Fable, a game where you could be anything. A hero, a villain, a muscle-bound lunatic in nothing but underpants and a bright red tattoo, a magic-slinging pensioner, a bow-wielding vegetarian who kicks chickens for sport, or just a bloke who farts in public and gets away with it. Released in 2004, back when Peter Molyneux still had people believing he had invented God, Fable: The Lost Chapters wasn't just a game. It was an experience. A deeply British, slightly unhinged, morally questionable experience. See a chicken? Boot it across the village like it owes you money. See a trader trying to make an honest living? Slap a lightning bolt through his chest and then loot his corpse. All while the guards awkwardly jog over like they've just popped down to Greg's. Ah yes, the guards. The true unsung heroes of Albion, always 5 seconds late to a murder, always certain a 25 gold fine is enough to stop a rampaging psychopath with glowing red eyes and evil horns. And then the humour. Pure British gold. This game was where you could literally fart to impress people. Imagine that, strutting around Bowerstone, trousers ablaze with flatulence, and someone goes, "Ooh, that's a nice one." You could get married multiple times, in different towns, to people who presumably never wrote letters or used the phone. Polygamy? No problem. Just make sure you don't bring them all to the same pub. But then there's the dark path. The horns, the glowing eyes, the slow descent into chaos. You start off helping people find their lost teddy, and before you know it, you're sacrificing villagers at midnight to an evil ancient statue that whispers sweet nothings to your blackened soul. And who could forget the voice acting? Oh, the voice acting. It's like walking into a Wetherspoons and hearing Shakespeare read out by Uncle Dave. Brummies, Scousers, Cockneys, everyone's here. The ultimate British crossover event.
Your health is low. Do you have any potions or food?
Yes, I do. And if you tell me one more time, I'm going to yeet your baldy head into the wasp nest. Anyway, before that interruption, you weren't just a warrior, oh no, you're a performer. A local celebrity. The kind of guy who could kill a troll with one hand and then burp the national anthem with the other. People didn't just fear you, they loved you. Or hated you, depending on how many pies you stole. And that's what made Fable magical. Choice. It wasn't just about the main quest, saving your mum, fighting Jack of Blades, and deciding whether to wield the Sword of Aeons or chuck it into a lake. It was about how you got there. You could help a beggar and rob him blind, give money to the Temple of Avo, and then join the Temple of Scorn and sacrifice your best mate for a free bow. Every choice had weight. Well, sort of. Sometimes you did stuff just because it was funny. And let's not forget, crunchy checks. The absolute lowest point of humanity. Imagine being the dev team sitting around a table and someone goes, "What if the player could eat baby chickens?" And everyone else just nods like it's perfectly normal. Madness. Brilliant British madness. Fable wasn't perfect, let's be honest. It is buggy. It was buggy when it first came out as well, especially the Anniversary Edition. It's a bit janky. The map system made less sense than a tax return, and Peter Molyneux promised the moon and gave us a puddle. But somehow, it didn't matter. Albion had charm, art, and the kind of world you wanted to live in, even if you had to occasionally run from guards for accidentally electrocuting a nun. So whether you were good, evil, or just a bit of a weirdo who liked flexing in their underwear, Fable was there, with its brassy soundtrack, daft humour, and endless choices. And for a generation of gamers, it wasn't just a game, it was the start of something magical. So we start our adventure in Oakvale. Ah, Oakvale. A peaceful little village nestled in the bosom of Albion, idyllic, quiet, full of chickens and deeply flawed parenting. And here we are, our hero. A young lad, bright-eyed and full of potential, and already failing at basic life responsibilities. He's forgotten his sister's birthday, the one person in his family who actually likes him, and he's blanked her. He's blanked her big day like a total muppet, but don't worry, redemption is just a few gold coins away. And how'd you like to earn gold in Oakvale? Why, by doing good deeds according to our father, of course. Or, morally ambiguous ones that somehow still count as good. Welcome to Fable. First up, Rosie. Little girl who's lost her teddy, heartbreaking stuff. Classic starter quest. Hero sees a child in need and thinks, right, I'll fix this. So off we trot in search of finding her stuffed bear. And a little bit of glory. But wait. What's this? Round the corner, we stumble on a private conversation. A married man, definitely married, having a cheeky rendezvous with someone who isn't his wife. Shocking, but also profitable. He palms us a gold coin and tells us to keep our gob shut. Bribery? Adultery? We're not even 10 yet, and we're already dabbling in blackmail. Excellent. Naturally, the psychic guards appear out of nowhere and scold us. Not him though. No, he's fine. He's probably mates with a mayor or something. But us? We get a warning and a reminder that snitches may get stitches, but also gold. So we do the only honourable thing. We grass him up immediately, march right over to his missus and let her know exactly where her darling husband's gone for his walk. Good deed done, somehow. Ruined a marriage, traumatised a family, but got a gold coin and some good karma. Albion logic, folks. Then we're enlisted to do a bit of honest work. Watching some crates, easy enough. Don't touch them, don't smash them, just stand there like a lemon. So of course we immediately kick the crates to pieces because we're children and that's what children do. Yep, we find another gold coin tucked away inside. The scout comes back and thanks us for our service. Yep, absolutely no idea we had just turned his delivery into firewood. Bless him. Another good deed done, technically. Next, we come across a proper scumbag, a schoolyard bully. Now, I might be morally grey at this point, but no one likes a bully, so we step in, fist flying, and give him a taste of righteous vengeance. It turns out the boy we saved has Rosie's missing teddy. Terrorism and item retrieval? We're on a roll. We march that bear right back to Rosie, who's over the moon. Honestly, if our hero had stopped right there, he'd still be running for Oakvale's Nicest Child of the Year award. But no, we've got a birthday to make up for. So we head over to our dad, the man, the myth, the mustache, who gives us a pat on the back, a few gold coins, and also scolds us, because somehow he knows that we've been naughty. He's probably psychic too. It runs in the town. Time to buy that present, a nice box of chocolates. That's what kids like, right? So we dodge the psychic guards, sprint like we've just stolen it, and hand over our hard-earned or dubiously acquired coins. We give our sister the present, she's happy, we're happy, all is well in Oakvale. For 5 minutes. And then, all hell breaks loose. Out of nowhere, bandits descend on Oakvale like a pack of angry wolves, fire everywhere, screams, blood, chickens, running in terror. We wander through the burning remains, looking for someone who survived. But no, everyone's dead, neighbours, the trader, even the bloke we grassed up earlier. Probably. We find our dad. Dead. Lifeless. The man who gave us gold for punching a bully and wanted us not to cause trouble is now gone. It's a crushing moment for our little hero. It's the end of the world. And just when it looks like it's all over, a bandit rushing forward, going to kill us. Bam. The bandit is fried like a crisp. And behind him, a strange man in robes. Maze. With a calm voice, glowing hands, and more secrets than a tax haven, he teleports us out of the wreckage. And into the Heroes Guild, a magical boarding school for highly volatile children, delusions of grandeur, and a love for stabbing things. Congratulations, you just survived your first taste of Fable. A birthday, a moral crisis, a burning village, and a one-way trip to what is essentially a cult. Welcome to Albion. Chicken chaser, begins. So after surviving a village-wide massacre, watching our entire town burn to ashes, and getting yoinked out of certain death by a mysterious bloke with a penchant for teleportation, we wake up here, in the Heroes Guild, a place where traumatised orphans are turned into elite killing machines and no one bats an eye. Therapy? Never heard of it. This is where we meet Whisper, our new friend. If by friend you mean girl who constantly reminds you that her brother is famous and insists on turning everything into a competition. Honestly, you could trip over a rock and she'd be right behind going, well, my brother tripped faster. First lesson. Hit a dummy with a stick. That's it. Not exactly epic, but you've got to start somewhere. The guildmaster claps like you've just split the atom. Good work, lad, he says. Cheers, mate. It's a log. Next step, our first taste of real combat. The terrifying mission of killing beetles. Yep. Slightly oversized bugs, armed with our stick and a can-do attitude, we head to the forest like it's Helm's Deep. They screech, we swing, it's messy, it's gross. It's oddly satisfying. Our first bodies hit the floor and then they're six-legged, but hey, it's XP. XP is XP. Time then skips ahead. 8 years of sword drills, dodging Whisper's smirk remarks, and accidentally setting fire to training dummies. Now we're 16, taller, scarred, and radiating that classic teenage angst. And it's time to finally prove ourselves. The final tests await. We start with melee, a proper sword, no more twigs. And you guessed it, Whisper's in the ring again, and she's had a few too many smug remarks because she thinks she can win. If you hit her enough times, then you pass. And if you'd want to do it again, you can get yourself a shiny new iron katana. All you got to do is knock her on her ass and try not to get hit. Now that's more like it. We've gone from a stick boy to a slicing steel to a damn right ninja. Things looking up. But oh no, we're not done yet. Whisper demands another one last duel. I'm going to be honest, I did it twice just because I really wanted to pummel Whisper. It's fast, it's fierce, she's better than she looks, but then so are we. We land the final blow and bask in our amazing glory. But not because we just won, it's because we finally shut her up for like 10 seconds. Next up, archery. The archery test is simple. Shoot the targets. The faster you are, the more accurate you are, and the more powerful you are, the higher your score. Hit enough and you're rewarded with a crossbow. Slower than a longbow, but hits like a runway cart. Say goodbye to that starter twig and hello to a skull-popping satisfaction. Albeit, I don't like crossbows, so I'm going to stick with the starter twig. And finally, will. Magic. This is where we finally get to electrocute stuff without being told off. You're shown a new flashy move, lightning, and then asked to spam them until your mana bar begs for mercy. Perform well and you're gifted with a nice bundle of potions. But because nothing says well done like drugs for your glowing hand. And then the real test. So before we go and do the final test, we are then sent off to go and kill some bandits lurking in the woods. You know, the kind who definitely don't do taxes and wear skulls as fashion accessories. We creep through the forest, longbow in hand, and decapitate the criminals like it's a cottage industry. Some try to run, others pull out knives, doesn't matter. They all get the hero treatment. Sharp, swift, and silent-ish. And then finally, going on to the last trial, we have to face Maze. Now, this is not a challenge whatsoever because he doesn't fight back, but he asks you to hit him a few times with a sword. He then asks you to shoot him with a bow, and then use that nice glowing hand to zap him a little bit. If you're lucky, with the bow, you might be able to get a few hits in. With our test complete, beetle splattered, bandit slain, Whisper and Maze thoroughly outclassed, we are summoned to the Chamber of Fate. A dramatic name for what it realistically is. A stone room with an echo and a smoke machine. The Guildmaster mumbles some ancient words probably made up on the spot. Lights flare, Whisper stands to one side, smug as ever. And because it's her moment, not our moment. But we've made it. From Forgotten Birthdays to hero status, we've fought beetles, sparred with frenemies, done every side quest we could find for marginally better gear, and now we are finally here. Not to mention we also did the running competition as well. Had to get to the demon door and back within 50 seconds, that was a laugh. Now we're a full-fledged hero, ready to take on contracts, earn glory, get rich, maybe seduce half a Bowerstone, and commit deeply questionable acts. all while dressed like a medieval rock star. The world of Albion awaits, and we're no longer a child. We are a chicken chaser. With a longbow, a sword, a lightning spell, and a dream. Right then, so, training's over, we're officially a hero. Time to leave the only place we've ever known and head into the big wide world of Albion. A world filled with danger, drama, and deeply confused moral systems. And we have our first contract, to kill the Wasp Queen. Our first destination to go after we picked up the contract is Lookout Point, a lovely scenic area full of tourists, traders, and an absolute arsehole waiting to greet us. Not even 5 minutes out the front gate, and what do we find? A beggar down on his luck, and a bully giving him grief for it. Classic Albion hospitality. Now, we could resort to violence, but let's not forget the most powerful tool in the hero's arsenal, a fart. Right in the bloke's face. It's poetic. Really, Shakespeare would have wept. The bully runs off in disgust, and the beggar thanks us profusely. We get a little karma out of it, and a lot of satisfaction. No one bullies on our watch, unless it's us doing it creatively. And then on to the wasps. Wasp infestation? Not ideal. Giant wasp queen murdering tourists with her face stinger? Even less ideal. But this is it. Our first real hero job. Real. A proper quest. There's screaming, there's chaos, there's a woman crying in a tree for some reason. Time to shine. We arrive on the scene and it's full on apocalypse. Jam sandwiches scattered everywhere. Men and women screaming. No guards around because they're completely useless. Classic public sector. And then she appears. The Wasp Queen, bigger than expected, probably smellier than expected. Full of bugs and full of rage. Time for our first boss fight. She spits more wasps at us, summons more wasps at us, flaps around, doesn't really do much, but she acts like she's had too much pollen and we're not happy with her therapy. We dodge, we slash, we unleash every little bit of training we've learned through arrows and will, and even with all that stuff, we barely did any damage. So we do switch to the longbow. Take the shot, thunk, right between the compound eyes, and just like that, the big buzzy menace keels over, and in the cloud of goo and wings and weird black floaty stuff, is dead. Everyone cheers. The guards, if they were there, probably would have acted like they helped, and we stand there covered in wasp bits, basking in the glory of our first proper kill. Even better, word spreads, bards start singing our names, we're no longer just a chicken chaser, we're now a wasp annihilator, hero of the people, a flatulent, beetle bashing, bandit butchering beacon of justice. And we've only just begun. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this first episode of Fable, The Lost Chapters. We are doing a little series where it's going to be heavily edited, it's slightly different to how I normally do, but I hope you really enjoy this video guys, and please do like and subscribe. As always, if you want to see more of this, let me know down in the comments below what you want to see next, and also please stay tuned for more episodes. Thank you as always, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out. Bye.